Best products 2020. Those three products, I realized I went back to on and on. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't.
Oh!
Hello there, skincare people. First video 2021, and I'm looking back to 2020 in a way, at the same time looking forward. Custodio here, my name, DH Traveler, means that I'm traveling across my age, across my 30 years working in the cosmetic industry. I'm trying to ask the question, what is that skin wanted before marketing got in the way? So shaking up skincare ideas, see if they stand, as an industry insider trying to add a voice which tries to be a very honest voice, which also wants to bring you the inside perspective about product development. That's what I've been doing for the last 12 years in my life. So today, as I say, we talk about 2020. What are the products that I realized I've been using the most and going back to all the time? And all these, for sure, also relates to mask wearing, the famous mask. And if you are curious about my take, my position, here is a video I did, one of the videos which has the highest number of watchers, and also some hate, because mostly I'm saying that I don't think there is acne coming from mask wearing. What I really believe there is a situation where the friction and the humidity can lead to a keratosis pilaris. But nevertheless, the point is, masks are not your best friend when it comes to the way skin looks. As we are still touching on this topic of masking, I'll be curious. Please leave below, comment if this is something you want to talk about again, if you have faced this problem, if wearing a mask has brought you skincare visible problems. I'll be very curious. Leave a comment below. I have never really suffered from masking. What I felt is that my skin was at times more sensitive and more easily irritated. So I reach out mostly to two products. One of them, and as you know, I'm the person, or you don't know, if you don't, then I introduce myself as well from that angle. I'm the person behind the brand Swissline, and I always end up talking about my babies. When I say I'm a voice from the industry, I also want to say that when you develop products, your products, you know them from inside out, you lived with them, you slept with them throughout sometimes more than 1 year in a row during the test phases. Sometimes the product comes back bouncing because there are stability issues. Other times you are not reaching the efficacy you want. And when the product is out, it's really like a child. So I always have this soft spot, but I want to say, and if you see a lot of my videos where I mention products, I mention my own, but many other products from other brands. So from my own brand, Swissline, Essential Serum, Age Intelligence, one product I featured many times throughout the year. I realized because of the balancing, equalizing, basically this is an equalizer for reactive, sensitive skin, which can balance overproduction of oil, but also dehydration, keep energy high with ATP, a lot of prebiotics, a lot of probiotics. I'm much more of a believer. Here, another link if you want to check also my take on prebiotics, probiotics. I'm very keen on the prebiotics, less a believer on the probiotics in terms of topical skincare. But here we have this cocktail of these beautiful equalizing, balancing ingredients. That's why we call it Essential Serum, because the idea is that in one product you have all the essentials, your NMF, your ATP, also some barrier strengthening. So I realized that this was one of the products that allowed me to still navigate my glycolic acid, my retinol, niacinamide. So those ingredients I never leave without, and keeping the balance throughout. So even those ingredients which push your skin a bit further in terms of resilience, like retinol, that at times you can have some little discomfort. I realized that mixing always with essential serum, SPF on top, always kept my skin throughout the mask wearing times much more under control. So this, I would say, it's my favorite product 2020 from my own developments and from other brands. KraveBeauty, a brand I've been talking about now and then in the channel as well. And I think what here also in terms of price positioning, this is not the highest price positioning anyway, but it crosses the barrier of the $100 US. This is less than half of that. And KraveBeauty, I think it's a very well balanced line. Not that I love so much K-beauty, and I think there is a lot of exaggeration in a lot of passion for all things Korean beauty. I think textures are amazing, a lot of concepts are super creative, and definitely they turn a page in cosmetology to make cosmetics more fun and skincare much more ludic and enjoyable. But I must say KraveBeauty in my book, it's exactly the wisdom within the Korean beauty wave. And barrier shield, great barrier relief, I would say, for the same idea, not the probiotics, but the same idea of strengthening barrier. Here you have niacinamide itself, you have ceramides, you have phytoesterol, which is kind of phytocholesterol, which helps a lot. Did you know that vitamin D3, we always say that we need some UV, some sun to metabolize your vitamin D and the chain of calcium. And all this starts with cholesterol. So it's the cholesterol in your skin surface which triggers all those metabolic paths that make vitamin D3 synthesis possible from the sun activation. So this is a product which takes that in consideration, that not all cholesterol is bad, and it's helping to strengthen also this defense mechanism of the skin using the sunlight for the positive. And you, of course, still need to shield it. It's not because sun is helping to metabolize a vitamin that you should not keep your sun protection. As I just mentioned, that few brand developers are on YouTube and giving their voice and their face to a channel. So it's definitely not the case of KraveBeauty founder and owner Liah Yoo, which is a beautiful lady from Korea who I think has a very relevant content. I will link one of her videos below. So I want to pay credit to that. More people from the industry should come forward. So we balance out a little bit the content, that not all, it's only seen from the valuable, for sure valuable perspective of the users and the influencers, but also from the perspective of the brand makers. So maybe we are not such bad people who are trying to fool you. By the way, you've been fooled, not by me, but that's the name of the channel. If you worry about mask, and if you feel that your skin is more under aggression, I think this is a product for you for sure. If you have not tried it, you should try it in 2021. And I close the video just saying that that's what skin is meant to be, a barrier. So in 2021, after having crossed 2020, all of us feeling aggressed at different levels, but definitely a year which has challenged our comfort zone psychologically and physically. And of course, I'm not to say that I'm one of the worst, because I kept my job, I kept my life very unchanged in terms of security. I hope it's also your case, and if it's not, that you have crossed the worst, and 2021 is becoming better and better. So skincare channel, skincare better means respecting skin as a barrier, thinking skin barrier, skin identical, the ingredients that belong to skin. This is my credo, it's always my belief. Skincare should not be a faraway island where ingredients bloom at midnight, and skin is not a marketing playground. It's crucial, essential organ also for our immune system, our defenses, inflammation, another big idea. And these are definitely two helpers to block, slow down inflammatory chain reactions due to external aggression. So best wishes for 2021 with a more resilient, more respected skin, and this begins with intelligence, age intelligence and all sorts of intelligence. One of them is to say no to boring skincare. See you next week, where we're going to be talking about something huge, growth factors, cellular growth factors, back to the weapons and to the toolbox to fight the signs of age. See you next week. Ciao. (2021) together, you and me, consider subscribing, liking, and of course, commenting, interacting underneath.